All right, y'all want beast mode? Okay, you want beast mode. I'm always asked, D, we need a top 10 beast mode list. What are your beast mode fragrances? We want fragrances that last 39 hours straight. I don't have anything like that. I think I do. I don't think I do. But you want beast mode, you got beast mode. All right, well, I'm going to do a video like this, but I got to give the people what they want. All right, so today, top 10 beast mode fragrances in my collection. Let's get it. YouTube, what's going on YouTube? What is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, you got one more time, Deirdre Alex Jr. And I'm back with another fragrance video. All right, so Smell Good family, hopefully everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic, positive energy, positive vibes. Y'all know how we give it up here on this channel. So throughout the past couple of months and more recent in the past couple of weeks, I have been asked, hey, do you beast mode top 10, beast mode top 10, beast mode top 10? And I'm like, hey, you know, I don't really do it for that, but I say, you know what? Okay, cool. You got it. All right, you got it. All right, so today, my top 10, this could have been a top 20, top 25, because I do have quite a few fragrances that perform really, really strong. All right, and these are just 10 of them. So here are the top 10 or 10 of my most beast mode fragrances. Now, what's beast mode? In my opinion, that's 10 to 12 or beyond hours of performance, chokehold sillage, miles and miles of just beautiful performance, all right? For those who care about smelling like that all day long and want people to give you a compliment, all right? So that's my definition. I'm sure it's a majority of you guys as well. So let's go ahead and jump into it. We got 10 to discuss, all right? Here are 10 of my most beast mode fragrances in my collection. Up first, from the house of Versace, it's not the one you think, we have Versace Eros Flame. Eros Flame. Now, I love this so much that I have 2 bottles of. Now, the bottle, my wife bought me this as soon as it came out. And I do notice the difference between this bottle and the bottle that she bought me. The bottle that she bought me is 90 hours of performance. That orange is more spicier, that DNA still in here, but I just like Eros Flame so much better than the original or the EDP and the Parfum. All right, this is my favorite from the house. 10 to 12 hours of performance. Sillage is just strong. Every time you walk by somebody, they are either going to turn their head or they're going to compliment you, man. So a massive performer and a real-time check. I go to work very, very early in the morning. I wore this to work one day around, let's say, 4 a.m. Then get home to around 3 p.m. that next day. So we're talking 10 plus hours of work. When I walked in the door from work, my wife was like, wow, that's whatever you wore today smells good. And I'm like, oh, you smelled it? Like, she said, no, you just walked by me and I still smelled it. That's what we got going. We talking about inside and outside of just the elements. Beast mode of a performer, Versace Eros Flame. All right, Versace Eros Flame is one of my beast mode. All right, up next, another no-brainer in the collection from the house of Mancera. We have the Nuclear Red Tobacco. Red Tobacco. All right, so all my spicy cinnamon lovers, saffron lovers, this is for you. It's like a big piece of spicy big red chewing gum, all right, but it's good. It comes off a complete bomb when you spray it. I wore this outside in the elements all day. Me and my sister went to the Jaguars Cowboys game last year here in Jacksonville, and this was my second day. It was apparent that I was wearing a fragrance because even outside in the elements, my sister said something about it all day long. I only put 5 sprays I put on. I said, you know, let me get an extra spray because I know I'm going to be outside. This one just held it down. Strong performer. I didn't get home until about 7 o'clock. The game was at 1 o'clock. We left for the game around 11 o'clock. 10 plus hours of performance. Projection is just in your face. You don't need that many sprays. But if you're outside in the elements, you probably can get away with it. This is a beast mode of a performer. It's strong, smells really, really good. From the house of Mancera, all right? We got a red tobacco. Red tobacco, strong stuff, man. All right. Up next, we're gonna go the Middle Eastern route from the house of Maison, Alhambra, and a sister company with Latafa. All right, we have Tabac. This might be, no lie, top 3 strongest in my entire collection. Honey tobacco, peach. Yeah, it's just such a rich, powerful fragrance. Now, this is supposed to be a clone of Dior's Tabacaleur. I've never smelled Tabacaleur, but if it's anything like this, it's really, really good. But the performance of this thing is nuclear. Another 10 to 12 hour performer. I wore this to work. When I got it in, it was very cold out. We're talking about 30-degree morning, didn't get out of the 60s. Wore this to work, and it just shined, man. It cuts through the cold really, really well. It smells delicious in the air. That honey really kind of takes control at some point while you're wearing the fragrance. But this stuff is really, really good, man. From the house of, and then again, we're talking with this one probably 12 to 15 hours of strong performance. Sillage and projection are above normal if you're looking for performance. No lie, this is nothing exaggerated for me. These are my real deal experiences with these fragrances, all right? From the house of Maison, Alhambra, we got Tabac. We have Tabac. That is some strong stuff. All right, next up, possibly in that top 3 as well, is one of my most strongest fragrances, or one of the more stronger fragrances I ever smelled, from the house of Amouage. We have Interlude, Black Iris. Listen, man, I overdid it the first time I wore this one. I overdid it the first time that I wore it, man. Listen, the iris in here is not to be played with. Spicy style of a fragrance. The iris is very, very present. It's not your makeup baggy style of an iris. This is legit what you got going on here. But needless to say, this is a 15+ hour fragrance. And how do I know it's 15+ hours? Well, I wore this on Christmas Day. No, was it the day after Christmas? Yeah, I wore it the day after Christmas, and I was out all day long. I had some family in town. We were just running around all day, did some shopping, just did some moving around the day after Christmas, and this was on me. I sprayed it very early that morning, and then when I took a shower that night, it was like 10, 11 o'clock, and it was still there. Complimented throughout the day, for sure, but this is a very strong fragrance. 10 to 15, 16, 24 hours probably, no cap. This is real deal the truth. Amouage's Interlude Black Iris, very strong fragrance for sure. Very strong, all right? All right, let's pick it up here, man, from the house of Versace. All right, we got Hawass. Versace Hawass, another 10+ hour fragrance, man, like for sure. 10+ hour fragrance. Sillage projection is along that line. Every time I wear it, it's definitely 10+ hours, man. Projection and sillage is very strong in the immediate beginning. So if you're looking for compliments right out the chute, don't worry. In the first 2 to 3 hours, you're going to get that. This doesn't go anywhere. It's a spicier take on Invictus. Paco Rabanne's Invictus or Invictus Aqua, whichever one you think it is, but that's what this is. But this stuff is strong, and it meets the criteria for anyone who's looking for a stronger fragrance. From the house of Versace, we got Hawass. I got to back up out of the list too, man. This stuff is good. All right, up next, this is my favorite from the house, and this stuff is awesome. From the house of Parfums de Marly, we got Pegasus Exclusive. Another very strong fragrance for sure, man. I remember the first time I wore this, it was on a Saturday evening, and we were going out for my son's birthday. It was cold out in November. We went to Dave & Buster's. We went and got some pizza afterwards. I was fresh to death, you know, representing for sure. And this one right here was just humming, man. Humming throughout the afternoon and through the evening and through the night. I smelled this on me all the way to the next morning. I always do one spray on my chest so it can kind of come up out of my shirt and kind of just for me. And it was still humming even the next morning when I rolled out of bed to get going on the next day. I get 10 plus hours of performance on this as well. Projection is good, and this is a very darker style of a fragrance, very rich, so this is going to cut through the elements very easily, all right, especially with that addition of oud that's in this one for sure. This is my favorite from the house. This stuff is good, and it's beastly from the house. Apart from Mr. Marley, you got Pegasus Exclusive. This stuff is awesome. Get your nose on it. If you're a fan of Pegasus, get your nose on that one, man. All right, up next, we're going to go back to the Middle Eastern world. From the House of Paris Corner, from the Ministry of Oud line, we have Oud Satin. Now, this is another one that qualifies 15 plus hours of performance. This stuff is ultra sexy, very, very good stuff. You get this beautiful, like powdery rose style of a fragrance, man. I love rose, but the powdery nature of this fragrance takes over about midway, and it's just humming. I'm talking about Ferrari down the street. If you walk by somebody, they're gonna notice it. It's up to them if they compliment. But this lasts all day long. The first initial sprays for the first 2 to 3 hours, it's just pushing off, man. Pushing off. This stuff is awesome. It's really, really good. Performs like a monster, and it's sexy to me. From the House of Paris Corner, from the Ministry of Oud series, we got Oud Satin. And this is an extrait de parfum concentration as well, so what you get is what you get, okay? Up next, from the House of Salvatore Ferragamo, we have Womo Signature. Womo Signature. Listen, the leather coffee accord in this one, it sticks to me. Now, I have heard people say that this doesn't last long on them. It lasts a long time on me, let me tell ya. All right, this just works in the cold. It is I get around 10 hours of just really good performance. Projection in the first 2 to 3 hours is awesome. Sillage is great. I remember I was in the Aldi grocery store getting some fresh produce, and this was like 5 or 6 hours after I sprayed this on, and I walked by this gentleman and his wife, and both of them said, "Man, you smell great. What is that?" And this was like 5 or 6 hours in my day, but they reacted to it like I just sprayed it on, and I did it. So this is a heavier fragrance. That coffee and that leather just kind of does its thing, especially when you get to the mid and the dry down, and it just performs. It just performs, all right? This is a sexy fragrance, definitely for sure, with a masculine touch from the House of Salvatore Ferragamo. This is one of my beast mode fragrances, especially in the colder weather. We got Womo Signature. Don't sleep. If you can get a bottle, get a bottle, all right? 2 more left to talk about. Another fragrance that definitely runs 12 to 26, 96 hours from the House of Lattafa. Back to the Middle Eastern world, we have Oud for Glory. Now, this is a clone of Oud for, I forget the name, Oud for Greatness. Yeah, Oud for Greatness by Initio. This is a powerhouse. Do you understand? 2 sprays of this, you won't need another fragrance for the whole week. And it's good. They got really, really close to the original, but this stuff just hangs in the air, comes off the skin, pushes off of your clothes. In the colder months, if you're looking for something to hold you down, if you're in the colder elements, look into this. The price is beautiful, the fragrance is beautiful, and it is complete monster. I got a couple monsters in here. All of these are monsters in their own way, but this is a monster for sure, okay? 10 plus 20, 30, 90 hours of performance. A unique DNA might not be for everybody, so give it a check out, before you purchase, all right? So this stuff is good. From the House of Lattafa, we have Oud for Glory. Oud for Glory. Dope bottle, that black and gold bottle, dope, all right? And last but not least, from the House of Novitis Parfums, we have Viva More. Viva More, we have Viva More. This is a blend of Dior Sauvage, this is a blend of Creed Aventus, and Baccarat Rouge 540, okay? You wanna talk about pressure. Pressure sticks to the skin. I'm talking about like honey bun stickiness on my skin. My wife loves this stuff. Women love this stuff. Every time that I wear it, I am maxed out on compliments, for sure, okay? Now, for me, I normally wear this around date night. Why? Because the wife loves it, all right? But only a couple sprays, and it's just revving, and rooming off of me, for sure. I went to Savannah. Me and my wife went to Savannah last year, and I took this with me. We went out to a dope jazz restaurant, sprayed this on, walking into the door. The lady complimented me while I was walking by. The gentleman who was waiting for us that night, he complimented me for sure. My wife complimented me as well. And it's just, it seems like the whole time you wear it, it's like you just sprayed it on. Like every time I sniff or get a whiff, it's like I just sprayed it on, but I didn't. This is another 10 to 12 plus hour fragrance, man. Even longer than that. Projection Sillage Beast Mode, man. No cap on none of these. If you have them, let me know how I feel, but this is a beast from the house of Narrative Parfums. We got Viva More to close out the list, all right? All right, y'all, so those are 10 of my more beast mode like fragrances, and I could have did top 20, top 25, but we're just gonna stick with the 10. Let me know down below in the comments, how do these treat you off my skin? And I spray my clothes too. I always get ridiculous performance. Yes, they smell awesome, but they perform great. All right, that's a part of the fragrance game. Either you care or you don't. I ain't gonna lie, I don't care if it's beast mode or not. I'm all about the smell first. But y'all asked for this video, so I decided to put it together just for you guys, the Smell Good family. All right. So let me know down below, what are your favorite beast mode fragrances? What are some of your top fragrances that you put on? You know that's just gonna work it out. Strong, monstrous style of a fragrance. Can't wait to read the comments down below. All right. So until next time, y'all know what's up, man. Splack it up, splack it down, splack it that thing all around. And remember, what you put out to this world is exactly what you are going to get back. All right. Appreciate y'all, man. Like the video, subscribe to be the next member of the Smell Good family. Why not? You're watching anyway.